origin of species, or, don't know, the preservation of favored races. Evolution is a racist philosophy. It has been from the beginning. There's only one race, the human race. Here's a video about that. It's called One Blood. I'm going to talk to you about that as we go through this series, if you'll hang in there with me. This is one of the most paradigm-shifting videos and books that's out there. And if you were here last time, you know what I'm talking about. It's going to make you think differently. If you grew up like I did in the South, believing that there were people that weren't really as high on the evolutionary scale as I was, we're all in this together. Now I'm going to give you a little evidence here before you take this book and video and look at it. I'm going to tell you a couple of things that non-Christians have found out. Number one, 99, you might want to write this down, 99.9% of your DNA, 99.9% of your DNA is identical to everyone that ever lived. 99.9% of your DNA, you are 99.9% identical to every person that ever lived on this earth. It's been scientifically proven by going through genealogies, by doing DNA studies around the world. Scientists have also found out that you are at least, and get this, you are at least 50th cousin, or closer, to everyone in the world. $7 billion people almost, and you are at least 50th cousin to everyone that lives on earth. From the darkest to the lightest. The person in Australia to the person in Europe. Everyone is related through their DNA. We're all the same. Now here's another thing. And this may confuse you until I explain it. There is only one skin color. It's called melanin. Some people have more of it, some people have less. And we all have that variety in our genes. And I'll give you the closest example I can. My wife and I have two sons. One of them is 6'3", has dark olive skin, jet black hair, dark brown eyes. The other is shorter than me and has red hair and freckles all over it. Same parents. How can that be? Because we have variety in our DNA. In fact, it has been calculated, it's like 10 to the 125th power variety of the possibilities of skin color that you could have in your offspring. If you had that many offspring, they could all have different shades of skin color. But there's one color, and that's melanin. So that's explained very much in depth in One Blood. I would highly recommend that one. If you understand what evolution is about, you will not only see that it is a racist philosophy, but that it is a political philosophy that has changed our entire culture. I talked about our educational system a little bit last time, but that's only part of it. So here's another one that you can look at if you want to. A couple more. Astronomy in the Bible. This is a video by Mike Riddle. This one is The Bottom Strip of the Christian Faith by Carl Kirby. A couple more here and then I'll get into the meat of it. Incredible creatures that defy evolution. Geckos, giraffes, all types of birds. Everything in here. Dr. Jobe, J-O-B-E, Martin, who used to teach evolution until a student questioned how he got his evidence. A student in a public school actually asked the unaskable question, where did you get your information? And the student sincerely wanted to know. And he began to delve into where the information came from, and he found out it was bogus, that evolution is a lie. And he became a Christian and became a creationist because a student asked him where he got his information. Good video here. Okay, here's one that is, again, by Mike Riddle. It's called, Does It Matter What You Believe? Creation or evolution? And I'm going to ask you some questions here in a minute about that. But this is a very hard to get around question. Here's another one, very good one. This one is featuring Ken Ham, the president of AIG. And I don't work for AIG. I'm just telling you some places you can get these. If you want to buy them on your own, but you're welcome to take mine anytime. This one is the 6 days of creation. Why the Bible is true. There really were just 6 24-hour days. He'll explain that in there. This is a little presentation library I got. It's a $230 presentation thing that I'll use some of the things out of it. But that came from AIG. Here is the thing that really got Greg talent when I told him this, and he got to see this. About 30 years ago, Dr. Robert Gentry, who is a geologist and a chemist, was studying granite. And he found that granite has something in it. Granite is made of mica, schist, and feldspar, 3 things together. And granite is the base rock of all continents. Under the oceans, we have basalt. Basalt is heavier, thicker, darker than granite. But granite is lighter than basalt. And the continents actually are floating on the mantle, the crust and the mantle. But we'll talk about that. But granite, most geologists say granite is an igneous rock. What does igneous mean? It's been ignited. It was in a volcano. Well, we know now if you ignite granite or any rock that has this in it, it doesn't become granite anymore. It becomes a mixture that's melted together that's just a gray clay looking rock. You don't have these 3 things anymore. So it could not have been ignited or been in a volcano. Well, it's not sedimentary rock either. Sedimentary rock has to come out of fast-flowing water and then settle down, like the yoo-hoo we talked about. Everybody shake up a yoo-hoo and then it settles down. Well, that's what happened during Noah's flood. And the big yoo-hoo got shook up. And all this sediment, 3/4 of the continents are covered with the sedimentary rock. Well, it's not sedimentary rock either. Well, there's only one other classification of rock, and that's metamorphic. What is metamorphic? Meta is gray.